Good morning, Lois. Happy Monday. Happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday. It's good to see you
Good to see you too.
and everyone out there who is watching. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
School is in session.
Wow. Welcome back to another school year. School year has started off, and we are excited about that because guess what? The kids are out of the house. The kids are back at school.
I know not everyone keeps time like that, but we kind of are doing that now here.
Yeah, we are. I don't even have any kids, and I know that.
When I was single, that wasn't so much a thing. I didn't pay attention, but we wanted to talk today a little bit about what, Jenice? I already forgot.
So that's okay. We're talking about, first of all, I wanted to just say to everybody that was on the page this week that a new podcast episode has been released as of yesterday for James Harper. He was a very, very treasured, interesting guest that I had on my last podcast that was just released yesterday. You've got to go hear that. You've got to watch it on the page, on the group page, but definitely listen to the podcast. We are on several platforms, Spotify, Overcast, Google, several, but you can definitely find it on Spotify, and on the page, the address or the URL is there, and it's also on Anchor. So definitely do not miss this episode. It was such an interesting conversation, and James made my job so easy with his presentation of what he does and how he does it, and how he impacts lives with what he does. So it was really, really interesting, and you need to hear it and you need to watch it. So definitely, I'm encouraging you to do that and to check out his website and his audio blog about basic things that we need to know as a type 2 diabetic, and some of the symptoms and some of the things that he tells us about, things that you may know already, things that you might need to be reminded of, things that you don't know that you need to learn that you can implement right away, quick tips on how to manage it better. He was wonderful. You've got to check him out. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say something about that. I went and watched it. It was super enjoyable to watch. I'm not even diabetic, and I loved it. But if you have issues with defining where you are, type 2 diabetic, type 1 pre-diabetic, he did a great job of defining all those things and just really explaining what those were and where you might fit. So I'd encourage you to watch it. It's a really enjoyable piece. So check it out.
Definitely check it out. Thank you for watching that and for giving me some feedback on that. I'm always eager to hear about what people think about the topics that we talk about. And so definitely let me know. I am definitely open for some feedback on the podcasts or on the videos that you might be seeing on the page in the group. So please let me know. I'm definitely eager to know what it is that you'd be interested in hearing about, learning about, what would help you more in your management of this disease and just overall wellness, because I do have dietitians, nutritionists, doctors. I have different people that actually have the disease, people that don't have the disease, but have family members that do, or friends that do. And so it's very close to home for them. So wherever you fall in the spectrum, please let me know what would be more beneficial to you and that you'd like to hear more of or have more information about. And I'll be sure to work on getting that to you. So yes, absolutely.
It's always helpful to know where you need more, like what you want more of, what you need more of. Sometimes we don't like to reply or push the button and say, this is what I want. Or think my opinion isn't going to matter, but it does. It really does matter what you have to say and what you are contributing in the world. And I think that's a really key piece to remember, that you showing up in your life, in the life of your friends, in the life of your family, it matters. And even online, we forget how just putting a heart or an emoji or something really affects someone's day and can change it in a huge, huge way. So don't discount how powerful it is to contribute your thoughts and the things that you want.
Mhm.
And would really appreciate hearing anything that you might have on any of those topics.
Yeah, to contribute. And don't be shy. I think a lot of people are shy about, like you said, Lois, voicing their opinion, but don't be shy. We really, really would like to hear from you, especially with the Monday Musings. We would want to hear from you about what you would like to hear in terms of topics that you'd like us to talk about or broach. And something that maybe we've talked about before that you had an interest in, maybe we could delve a little deeper into it and do some more research. But let us know. The only way that you're going to get what you need is if you speak up and ask, and we will be more than happy to give you what you need. So again, let us know in Monday Musings, in the comments, reach out to us in our emails if you prefer that way. If you would like to do it anonymously, that's fine. We'll always leave our contact information in the comments so that you can reach out and let us know that way as well. Okay, we'd be very happy to hear about it. All right. So we were talking also about what it takes, I guess, to how we come across as in general when we're engaging on platforms. Sometimes I do believe that people hesitate to come forward on social platform or social media platforms because of how they think they're going to sound, or because of how they think they're going to look, or how other people are going to perceive them. But here's the thing. You are your own unique person. You have a unique idea about something or an interesting take on something that maybe somebody else is thinking but weren't brave enough to come forward and say. You be the one. Bring that thought forward and let's start the conversation. If you have an idea about how you think Monday Musings needs to go, broach the subject. Let's have a conversation. If there are topics that you think would be really interesting to talk about on a Monday morning to get your week started, be the one to bring it up. We would love to know. And we would like to know how these Monday Musings are affecting your life if they are. How are they impacting your life if they are? How do you perceive them? Do you enjoy hearing them? Would you rather not hear them? But I know there's several of you that come every single week to hear the Monday Musings, every single week since we've started. So what is it about them that you like? Let us know. What is it about them that you don't like? Do you feel that we spend enough time on the topic? That kind of thing. So let us know your thoughts. We really, really are asking about your thoughts.
It's a really cool thing to have this ability, to be able to speak to one another. I used to really not like the idea of technology, and it was scary to be on video at all. And I still don't love it. But I've been pushed into it a little bit, and I'm here, and I'm showing up because I realize this is where I'm supposed to be. And I'm not an extrovert. I'm an introvert. I do better one-on-one with people. But right now, nobody's here. It's just me and Jenice and a camera. And a lot of you are watching, and I don't see your faces, which it's helpful to not have a great room full of people to talk to who is, their eyes pouring into my soul.
Yeah.
But I had to start somewhere and be willing to stand in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And this is not my strength.
So I guess you're saying it does require that you step out of your comfort zone, right, Lois?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And I'm going to get better at this. This is not something I consider a strength. I think Jenice is better at this than I am.
Oh gosh. About that. Maybe because I do it a little bit more, maybe, but not that I'm better, but it's just something that I kind of like the one-on-one too. I do very well with one-on-one as opposed to being in a big group. I'm more of the reticent one in bigger groups. But when we use the platform the way that Lois and I use it, it's like I'm talking to one person. I'm talking to Lois and Lois is talking back to me. And some people out there somewhere are observing us having a conversation. So it's a little bit more palatable for me to understand it that way. So that's how I look at it. And so for you guys, when you respond, it's like you're responding to either myself or Lois. Just think of it that way. And then it's not a whole bunch of people. And again, if you want to do it anonymously, you can. You have that option as well. But the thing is, how we conquer life, we have to step outside of what we're used to sometimes. And it takes a lot to do that for the first time, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And so I'm challenging you all to speak up, stand forward, go forward, and volunteer your thoughts or give your ideas or make suggestions. I'm asking you to come outside of your comfort zone. And I know that's hard, but sometimes we just need to bite that bullet and do it, right? Like Nike, just do it. You'd be surprised how you would surprise yourself that it's not so bad and not so scary after all. So try it. Try it.
Incredible things happen when you start to move forward. It's, momentum. Momentum starts to change your life in really cool ways.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Yes Day. And now I don't go around just saying yes to everything that happens because I don't believe that's a great thing either.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you do need to say no. But the concept is basically one of momentum. You are stepping out of your comfort zone and things start to happen in your life. And I think sometimes we need to do those things just to propel us out of our comfort zone.
And to grow us too. I think it's a good growth of and test of mettle and character when you do something that you're not always used to doing. It's a little different. It's still maybe a little bit of an effort for you, but I think that's how we grow. That's how we discover what our potential could possibly be. And then we start to figure out, well, what if I did that and try something else? And you just be surprised at what you're capable of if you just allow yourself to do it and to take that first step. Sometimes it just takes the first step and then other things fall in the way to help you along. So just stepping out with confidence or stepping out in faith is sometimes all it takes to get started and to grow. So, yeah. And
even if you step out in timidity and fear and you don't have any confidence, it will come, it will start to become, you will start to become. That's how I started, with none of it. And that's where you start. Yeah. If you would have told me a year ago that I'd be doing a podcast or I'd be doing Monday Musings, I would have laughed at you, literally.
I would have laughed at you because I would have said, no, I'm the person who's always behind the scenes. I'm the one who likes to encourage other people to take the front stage, not me. So I can't claim that anymore now. A
I
year
think that's
later,
literally what happened.
I just cannot claim that anymore. I used to say, there's no way I'm going to be on, no way, podcast? No way, no way. But less than a year actually later, that whole picture has changed and my feeling about it has changed. And I'm sure if you've been watching me from the beginning that you've noticed a change in my delivery as well, because I'm just a little bit more comfortable in front of, not always 100%, but definitely more comfortable than I was on day one. I mean, it was very literal. You could cut the tension and you could cut the apprehension in the air. I was that self-conscious about being on camera for the first time and was kind of sweating bullets under my arms that you didn't see, but I felt. So yeah, it's a whole different ball game now. So taking that first step is all it takes sometimes, or encouragement, a little encouragement. Sometimes just helps you to kind of say, well, really, I never thought of that, but maybe I should try it. And just trying something that you've never done before. Worth it. Definitely worth it.
It's kind of like bungee jumping.
Ooh, I don't know if I do that. Bungee jumping or zip lining, one of those two. Because, wow, I guess I'd have to, if I really challenge myself, I would probably do it. But it's one of those things that I don't know that I'm going to challenge myself anytime soon to do.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, if I challenge myself, I'm sure I could probably do it.
Well, check out James Harper's podcast or with Jenice. It's really great. And let us know what you think.
Yeah. Episode 24, Eradicating Type 2 Diabetes One Country at a Time. He's starting with his own homeland of Trinidad and Tobago, and he's doing all of the Caribbean, and he's branching out from there. And so we're joining forces, and he wants to join forces with other coaches who are doing the same thing with the same message so that we can do it together, because you can't do it by yourself. It's a huge job to inform people on how to deal with their diabetes, especially those who don't even know they have it. That's the first thing. But once you have the diagnosis, then what? That's the thing. What's the game plan and how do we deal? It's not a, he said in the interview that it's not a death sentence. And it really isn't. Really, you can manage this thing and have a really normal, and he said, healthy life and still be okay. So definitely check him out. And it's something that you need to hear. Okay, thanks for being here today. Happy rest of your Monday. Happy rest of the week. We will see you again next week. Oh, by the way, we did have a couple of requests for your friends being on the friendship series. So if you're still interested in doing that and following up with either myself or Lois, or just dropping it in the comments of having your friend on with you so that we could ask you some questions so that you can learn some things about your friend, please feel free to do that. That series is not really quite over. We had fun doing it. We'd like you to join in the fun too. So if you're interested in doing that, please reach out, let us know. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Okay, folks, thanks for being here. We'll see you again next week, same time. Have a good one.
Talk soon.